Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL out for the year. He was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got 4.
They get this again. Jet sweep. Nifty move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch the boot.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
95-56. You don't see me in your nightmare, son.
Now Breeze. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They come out here in the I. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice at one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
Get him. Hard ball. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Bravo. 56 to Mike.
Out of the gun. Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike 54. I know he ain't got it.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. John Kelly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They got him in. It's Woods. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-man.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Hey, check. Hey, exit.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Ready? 5-9.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Breeze now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this throw caught left side. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm coming.
A shotgun snap for gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Shot. 180. 47.
Now Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
We're good. Slide forward.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Ginn's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Ready.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Ready. You ready? We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. They complete it to Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Hey, check my 50. Mike gets a 50. Check my 50.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this would make perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Gall. That's complete to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready!
The Saints on their drive started, and they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Breeze. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hold on. Check.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continue and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the